Try find that asshole.
We're honestly just a group of guys that are not only family and friends.
All right. Welcome to the HnH Podcast. You got me, James, and Colton with you today.
Yep, back to the mini-series. So,
Heck yeah. No, we've been enjoying these mini-series quite a bit. It's awesome when we're able to get everyone together and have a full crew, be able to get people with us, but you know, between work schedules and different things, that just makes it a bit harder. But thankfully, we're able to do this and to continue knocking out these podcasts and having a heck of a good time.
yeah, for sure. So I was listening to a lot of different podcasts this week, and one of them being our cousin's podcast. And if you guys are into mythology or movies or anything like that, you got to go check out his podcast. So this is a shameless plug for
Dude,
him. You go ahead and say it.
Dude, we should make a podcast. That is the title.
So, and he's on Spotify, and he's not on YouTube, but they're on Spotify. So,
And then if you on iPhones, if you have that podcast app, you can find them on there as well.
oh, sweet. Yeah. So, but listening to one of his podcasts this last week, they always talk about consuming stuff. What are you consuming this week? So I kind of thought we'd kind of adopt their thing or steal it. I don't know what terminology to use. But so for me, I'm going to have a two-part question. So when I ask, what are you consuming? What I'm asking is, first of all, the biggest thing of hunting, well, not the biggest, but probably second biggest, is the meat. So what meat have you eaten this week? And maybe you haven't eaten anything. That's fine. So that's gonna be my first part to this question: is what meat? What are you consuming?
Well, I hate to admit it, and I hate to be that guy who has a hunting podcast, but I don't think I've eaten any game this week.
Well, that's how it is sometimes, you know.
So I'll tell you what, and I can relate this to hunting because, I've had plenty of fried chicken this week. Chicken tenders, fried chicken, all of that, because it's easy to grab on the way to work when I am either too lazy to get up and make something or running late or whatever. Plus, the store in the town next to mine makes the best chicken I've ever had.
Is that where we went for that day?
So that's where I can tie this into hunting is, you know, most of the time when we go hunting, like when you and I went archery hunting the other year, we went back there and got chicken for lunch because
that was
it was freaking awesome.
Chicken.
Yeah. So sadly, I haven't had any game yet this week. I'm gonna change that though. But I've had plenty of chicken so far.
Hey, that works. So, all right. The second part of my question, and I'll come back and answer this too. But the second part of the question is the way they're using it. What hunting are you consuming this week, or have you consumed this week? Like your favorite YouTube series or podcast or any of them, all of them. I don't care.
So I love the Gritty Bowman podcast. I love the Gritty podcast. I listen to Brian Call weekly, all the time, almost every day. And so I've been listening to the podcast that they had while they were at the hunting expo this last week.
Okay, how was that one?
Which it's been pretty dang good so far.
Is that the 30-minute one, or is there a different one?
It's an hour and something.
Gotcha.
I think it's the latest one with him, Ryan Lampers, and Jason Phelps.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's a good combo.
Yeah. It's a dang good combo.
You know what? I always love it when Lampers comes on, because he has some nuggets that are just... He is like the ideal hunter, you know? Nothing against Ryan. He's good too. They're the greatest combo to watch.
Oh, 100%.
But there's something about Lampers that just... You can tell he knows.
Oh, yeah. Very knowledgeable, very wise dude.
So,
No, but I wish, and me and Hunter have been talking about it for almost 6 months now, and have been saving and planning on going to the hunting expo, and the week of, just too much came up for work, personal lives, all that. Couldn't go.
Yeah.
So next year.
No, I was not in the same boat, because I am an hour away from it now.
Yeah.
So I have no excuse of why not to, other than I didn't want to go alone. So that's like something that be fun to experience, but experience it alone, that's no fun. It's just like hunting to me. I'll go out hunting alone, but I don't love it as much as taking someone or having someone there.
Oh yeah.
So it's just something.
I definitely get that.
But yeah, cool.
So Colton, what have you been consuming?
Oh, where do I even start? Hannah's pretty much on the meat train now. So
heck yeah.
She didn't grow up on it. They didn't eat much meat. Her mom's semi-vegetarian, just health reasons, as well as her aunt. So they don't eat a lot of meat in their household, and of that, very little being game meat. So she was very skeptical coming into this whole meat world and whatnot. But our first kill, she was there, watched me kill it, helped me kill it, my antelope. And that's one of those that everybody says it tastes like trash, you know. But dude, that is her favorite meat. By far, not by far, but that's her favorite meat. So I'm surprised we still have some left. I need to cook some more. But this week we had, I cooked up one of my favorite things to do. We have a pressure, or it's not a pressure cooker, but it is Instapot. And I'll marinate a roast, just a good chunk roast, and throw it on there on the air fry mode, and it'll be done in 20 minutes. And it's some pretty good roast. So you just slice it up, and she doesn't like it anything other than cooked. So she gets the end pieces, and I get the middle pieces, and it works out pretty good.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, we had lots of elk this week. So, and then I love gritty, but lately my mood's been Elk 101. I don't know if you've listened to them much. But not Elk 101. What is that podcast? Maybe it's it's the one with Randy Newberg and Corey. Elk Talk, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Elk Talk.
I listened to the same one. I was like, oh heck, what's it called?
Because I listen to Randy's too, and it's a little bit different as well. But I've been listening to them a lot lately. And I just love their energy together. So
yeah,
but yeah, and then I love the Elk 101 series right now. Got the shirt on today, so
that's what I'm talking about.
Have you watched that series at all this year?
Not much this year.
It's
I have in the past quite a bit.
they do it in a different style this year. So they have the teams, and then they split it up into mornings and evening hunts. So one episode's mornings, the next episode evening, and so on and so forth. Anyway, yeah, you buy the shirt off of Peaks, you get entered for a drawing that you can get lifetime supply of whatever they have. So, I mean, that's the trekking poles I use and the gaiters and everything. You get one of everything, and they give you new stuff every time they come out with new stuff for life. Like, dude,
Heck
for a
yeah.
$30 shirt, for that possibility, might as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, that's what I've been consuming. It's every Tuesday and Thursday, Hannah and I sit down about 5 o'clock and watch the newest episode. And she gets mad at me if I don't watch it with her now.
That is awesome.
But, yeah. All right, so I've kind of got the archery bug right now. So there's still snow outside, but it's getting warm enough. Today I was in a t-shirt for most of the day, which never happens for me. But so I'm starting to get the archery bug, getting my bow out, starting to fix it up and everything. So we're just going to start out with, what's your archery setup look like?
Oh, man. Well, let me grab it. So I recently, just last year actually, so I haven't even gotten to use it on a hunt yet, was able to get a heck of a deal on a new bow. Oh, man. So I have a PSE Evoke.
Oh, man.
So it's got that drop away rest, 3-pin sight,
That's free.
adjustable sight as well.
Oh, sweet. And that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. I'm, there's a lot of archery hunters that are really good at shooting really far distances. I try to max myself at like 60 yards because let's be honest, if it's further than that, there's a good chance I might not get it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at 60, I'm shooting really consistent with this.
Sweet.
Really nice groups, and it's just a solid bow. I've never shot a bow that is more just comfortable, just straight shooter. When the arrow leaves, there's no jog at all. Nothing, dude. It is a dart.
That's awesome, dude.
We, this last archery season, well, leading up to it, because I didn't get a hunt at all during archery, but everyone I work with had archery tags for antelope and elk. And so before we'd meet at work, in the first half hour to an hour of work, we would shoot bows every day. And everyone was pretty impressed with this setup, and it is shooting way faster than everyone else's, and just, it is a solid bow. And I mean, we'll see what life brings, but I honestly don't plan on ever trying something else.
Yeah, no, well, and that's the thing is, I was, not to jump ahead, but for my setup this year, I bought like the newest, and that was back 2 or 3 years ago. And it was fast, everything, and I just don't love it. I could shoot dimes with my old bow, my Matthews E7. Dude, I knew it was when whatever pin I had it on, if it was that yardage, it was going to land right there. If it was a weird yardage or I had to guess, then it was a little bit iffy, But I knew if
Yeah.
I picked a pin, it was going to hit there. This last one, I'm shooting a Prime Nexus now, and it's fast. It's just crazy cool, smooth, everything. I love it for that. But and I've killed two animals with it, but just the arrow flight, I can't get it tuned right for some reason.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm going to have to figure out this year. I bought a couple new arrows to try. So I'm going to try to get it so it has no wave. But that's been my battle with my setup recently, is just I can't get tuned right. And the bow shops I've taken it into just haven't helped. So.
Yeah. No, like I said before, I've never shot a bow that's just it's the perfect bow for me.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy up here that he's like 6'7", 6'8" tall, and he had a 6'10" wingspan. And he was getting rid of it and had talked to my boss. And he's like, "Do you know any tall person that wants a bow? Because I'm done." He bought a brand new like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss knew I was looking to get a new bow. I'm 6'3", but I got a 6'5" wingspan.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, went and checked it out, shot it, and oh my goodness, it was phenomenal.
That's awesome, dude. No, that's...
And then he, let me see, he even sent me with a ton of arrows. He just is at the point in his life that he can't really archery hunt anymore.
Gotcha.
But this arrow setup, too, is the best I've ever shot or used.
Did he send it with that case, too?
Yeah. This is one that either him or his dad made.
That's awesome.
So it's a gold tip Hunter 340 bow or arrow. And these broadheads are just amazing.
Huh.
We were shooting, again, before work, all of us were shooting. And I was shooting better with the broadheads than I was with the field tip.
Mm-hmm.
More straight, more just, oh man. It's, for me, I know not everyone would probably feel the same about it, but for me, it is perfect.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, dude. That's a cool setup. You've got it more set up than I do right now. I'm still up in the air. I'm getting frustrated. I told my wife, I'm like, I might just sell my new bow and go back to my old ways.
Yeah.
So,
oh man, I was having a hard time with my old one.
yeah.
I didn't like it very good. And luckily, I mean, Hunter bought it from me.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's been shooting with it. He likes it. He'll definitely get a new one because, I mean, it's not the best, and Hunter has to have the new and best of everything.
Yeah.
But but no, I mean, it was a most definite upgrade and one that I didn't realize was much needed.
Yeah. No, like I said, the guy gave me this bow when I went in the bow shop, and I shot it once and like, oh no, that was a mistake.
Yeah. No, I was very sad I didn't get to try it out during a season.
Yeah.
This year, though.
This year, yeah, you should be all set for all sorts of archery tags this year. Gonna get lucky in New Mexico, and
so.
So
Hopefully elk and pronghorn here.
maybe bear. Never
Yeah.
know.
That would
Shoot,
be awesome.
bring it up for the bear hunt.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Holy
You
crap.
could.
I should.
You could. Well, it's just extra space.
Heck, dude, I just might.
But No, my next question is, and you have already answered it. Is your favorite distance to shoot?
I shoot best. My groupings, at least, are 40 and 50.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my best groupings. 30 and closer, it's still really good, but not near as good as when I'm at 40
Yeah.
or 50. Once I get past 50, it's a little. I mean, I'm definitely newer to archery hunting. I've only done it a few years, but I mean, I've shot bows a ton in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I used to shoot bows in competitions throughout high school. And so, I mean, it's especially after elk hunting with the bow, it has become my new love.
Mm-hmm. That's one of those things that I got hooked on it young. and I mean, it was always, oh, this is so cool. Watching all these Primos videos and reading all the magazines and everything and looking at the best, newest. I mean, I still remember looking through and marking pages on all these magazines of stuff. And yes, I'm not old. I did go through magazines. So, but yeah, that was a big thing. And then when I finally did, because I couldn't just start because my dad was coaching softball. That's a fall sport in Colorado, and so he just couldn't commit to helping me out. So my first archery animals were with Tracer or alone. And that was a learning experience for sure. But yeah, it took me, I think I did the math, like 13 years, or not 13, 7, 8 years to finally shoot a bull with a bow. So it was a learning curve for sure, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
But no,
I remember when we were deer hunting with Jesse that year, he had that bow tag that you and I went with him. And during that, you both were talking to me, because at that point I hadn't archery hunted yet.
Mm-hmm.
You both were talking to me, oh, you got to try bow hunting. You got to do it. Come to the dark side. All of this the whole time, and I was just like, yeah, like heck, that's ever going to happen. I'm going to stick with my rifle. Finally tried it, and I think it would have been a little different if I had started with deer or something, because I love deer hunting, but elk hunting is my passion.
Well, and deer hunting with a bow is so hard.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, especially that hunt where you and I had those elk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it changed everything. Even without, I still, and it could very much be years from now before I ever get anything with the bow. But oh man, it's so much fun.
Oh yeah, it's you get hooked on it, and then I mean, I've never had a day like you had or we had that one day in Colorado ever. Where you could just chase bulls all day. No, it was ridiculous, but no, that's definitely gets you. It's a bug, and you get hooked on it, and there's no wonder that Colorado's kind of seeing it between the wolves and everything else. They're kind of seeing that everybody's catching this archery bug, and we need to do something about it because there's too many people in the woods during archery now. But no, that I would have to agree with the distances, 40, 50. I think you just have to focus a little bit more on your form at those distances. And then the closer distance, you're just like, it's in, So that's been my thing. Is the further I shoot, the more I focus, the better groups I have, mostly.
So I'll say that I'm at archery, I'm very trigger happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a hard time when I draw. if I'm either underneath or right above where I want to shoot, I have a hard time getting myself to drop it that little bit or raise it that tiny bit without popping the trigger. And oh man, it took me all of high school. It took me up till this year with this bow to finally realize what to do to get past that. I have to, I focus on my form quite a bit, but I have to ingrain it in my head to just pull back. I can't have my finger by the trigger because if I do, I'm going to want to, I have to wait till I am ready to shoot and then bring my finger up. Because if I don't, I'm not going to be at a place I want to shoot and I'm going to pop it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. I have the hardest time with that.
Yeah, no, I feel you there. It's hard because you get drawn back and you're like, it's just right there and I can't do it. I can't. No, it's over.
Yeah.
But no, it's awesome being able to overcome that though. That takes a lot of people a lot of years. So my archery mentor, he's getting more on the archery side right now of competition shooting and less on the hunting side. He's 70 years old, like 73, but anyway. So he's on the downhill side of hunting. And he's one of those that I ain't taking anyone to my spots. I don't care if I shoot it or not. That's so yeah, he has to pack it all out himself. So he's kind of getting on the he's got enough points to draw a limited entry tag. So he's thinking about coming over to your side of the state or a couple different units on our side, but or on his side.
Yeah.
But because he wants that 300-inch bull, that's his dream. Is he wants everything Pope and Young, and he has the whole thing. He's been to Africa. He has the Grand Slam. Not the Grand Slam. He has the Grade 8 or whatever. Everything except the moose in Colorado, including desert bighorn, and mountain goat. I believe they're all with bow.
Dang.
But anyway, yeah. Every Sunday we would talk about, especially when it came to the competition time. He would always talk about all these little mistakes he's making and things, and he just gets so caught up in this game that he gets in his head, and then it's even worse for him, you know. So I'm learning that he's still learning at that age of how to shoot a bow right. And I'm like, okay, so my flaws right now are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this next one I had. I was gonna ask it, but it's not worth it now. So, 5 things you don't leave the house without taking, or you don't go in the woods without in the early season. This is archery season, maybe muzzleloader, but since we're on the archery track, let's go archery. Your 5 main things that you're not leaving without, and it can be more than 5, but that's.
Yeah. So first is going to be my binos, because those go everywhere with me. They even go to work with me every day. Because if I'm on my way there and I see some bighorn off the side of the road or elk or deer, I want to look at them. I mean, anyone that travels with me, ask my wife. She hates it. She won't say she does, but she does. We'll be driving to visit family or on the way to the temple or anything. We'll be crunched on time. And I see a herd of elk off the side of the road, and I got stop and look at them. And, oh, yeah, they're all cows. Man, that's so cool. Oh, she's all ticked off, and it's all right. I think she's still.
I've got to show you something. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my pair of binos right by the window. And they're set there for that very purpose of not necessarily only me, but me and my wife. Hannah's, I don't know if I am, like, made her get this way or what, but we have a competition of seeing the first deer, seeing the first elk, or but there's deer that hang out in the backyard all the time. And so I leave these up here and I look at them occasionally, and I'm sure she uses them too, but I leave her set of binos, so I have 2 sets, but the ones that are hers, I leave those in the car, and they're, again, the truck pair. And
heck yeah.
Yeah, they're always there and never going to leave.
Nope.
So.
Second, I have to say, would be my release. I had a mishap that same year you came hunting with me. I had a mishap earlier that season where I had my bow, but I didn't have my release, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to hunt. I'll go look for deer. And then, because my sister-in-law had a deer tag, I was like, I'll go look for deer, and if I see any, I'll go back and get her, and we'll go try and make a stalk on one or something.
Was that the year she missed like 7?
I think so.
Was that a thing, or is that something I'm just remembering wrong?
I know she missed a couple.
Gotcha.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
But
1 or 2, 7, same difference in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah. If I miss one, I may as well have missed.
Yeah, it's like Hunter this year. It's like whether it took 1 or 8 or 9 shots, it's still dead. So
yeah. No, but I went out looking for deer for her. Just in my truck. I was just going to glass, I didn't have anything to shoot. And came around the turn and up on the hill to my right, maybe 50, 60 yards off the road, was probably a good 320-inch bull. Nice 6-point, just looking at me. And I was like, are you kidding me? And where he was at was on private. But if he went 70, 80 yards up the hill, he was on public. Well, that's right where he went. So I hauled butt around the side of the mountain right there, got out, grabbed my bow, didn't have my release, but I was like, we'll see. Got up over top, and the bull was right there about 60 yards from me. And I just had to finger it, pulled back. Some other things happened to where I couldn't get a shot on him, but if I would have had my release, still wouldn't have ended.
Yeah, I was about
good,
to say that did change the end result in that one.
The release wasn't the problem, but after that situation, I will never forget my release. And then, of course, my bow, my range finder, because I'm not very good at judging range. I'm good at judging further distance, like 200, 300, 400 yards. I could guess that pretty good, but 20 to 70, not very much.
Yeah, it's a hard game to play.
Yeah. And then a soda of some sort.
Yep.
No, I can't go hunting with that one.
Yeah. No, those are all essentials.
Yeah. And I'd have to say a knife too, because after this last deer hunt, I know I packed one and I found it the last day, but through the whole hunt I didn't have a knife. So I either had to use Hunter's or he had to take care of the stuff for me.
No, on that same deer hunt, I didn't have a knife my first deer I killed up there. And that was the most embarrassing thing ever. Was not having a knife, and yeah. No, that was embarrassing. But yeah, so you named all the essentials, but if you had to say 2 or 3 non-essentials, what would that be? Just feel good items for that.
Uh, well, I have to have a baseball hat on because unless I'm at church, I have one on.
Yes.
For me, a hat is essential. Or I guess you know it's
Well, I
it's
think
not
that's
essential for
essential.
everyone.
That's a part of you, you know?
Yeah,
The only times you're not wearing
I've
hats are,
always
yeah, at church.
at church. I even fall asleep with them on sometimes. um, I have to have an extra pair of socks
Oh, really?
because yeah, I don't know why. I could be drenched head to toe, but once my socks are wet, it bugs me.
Yeah.
And I get, that's gonna happen no matter what. But so if I have extra of anything, it's always socks.
Okay.
I'll have if it came if it came down to it, I would have one pair of underwear for the week and 9 pair of socks for 3 days.
Uh, no, that's a yeah. I like that. And that's the goodest. I mean, it is. Your feet are one of the biggest things that'll make it or break it on a hunt. If your feet
Yeah.
are cold and miserable, then you're going to be cold and miserable. That's just the way it is. But
Yeah.
no, that's one I wouldn't have thought of before he mentioned it.
No, I don't know why I've always been that way, but probably because I've been in too many situations where I've had to use socks for other things, and you know,
That's one of my essentials. But every time I don't have it, I need it. But is
yeah,
TP, just a
yep.
couple of whatever in a Ziploc bag, and you're good to go for the season or for the hunt.
Anyone who's ever hunted with me on opening day, I don't know why it's always opening day is the worst, but there's 3 or 4 stops that require TP or socks.
that sunlight hits and something goes off and the oven goes ding and he's got to go.
100%. That day I got the windmill bull. Once the sun started peeking over, you guys were looking at cows and I was down in the bushes.
Yeah. Then we had to take off. I think we were waiting on you when we finally found you.
Yeah. And I'm the one that had the freaking tag.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right.
What are some more of your stuff?
What was that?
What's some more of your stuff?
Oh, so like you were saying, release tag. Tag is a big one on the checklist, and that's something that my grandpa has given us havoc for. Because this one year, and it's been a while, but this one year, my dad had a deer tag, and he drew it in the draw, and then people picked up over-counter tags up till a day, or even after. I think Colorado allows if you go to a CPW office, you can get tagged during the season. I'm not certain on that anymore, but so anyway, he was just going to pick up a tag on the way over to the unit, and it's a unit that my grandpa owned property on, and so we were going to hunt the property and then go around it. It's actually part of our deer unit.
Okay.
So on a different side of it, we've never been to that side. But yeah, we were hunting this unit, and we shot a buck pretty early on, smaller 3-point. Because we wanted to focus on elk. Well, we get to start taking care of the deer and look around, and my dad realizes he doesn't have his elk tag. He never bought it. So which was good. We didn't see any elk, and but it cut our hunt short, and he shot a smaller buck because he wanted to hunt elk, But anyway, yeah, that's something that since then it's always been, do you have your tag? So, and I know I've asked it to you and anybody else I go with. That's one of the first things I ask is, do you have your tag? 'Cause I don't want to get out here and get in a situation that we don't want to be in. So that's the essential number one is tag, and then the rifle, and then binos is the three essentials. And you need a knife too, but
yeah.
But yeah, those are the three essentials for sure. And then for archery, release. I always have a little pack of game bags that I have that I love. I love that black Ovis, Camel Fire, whatever it is, brand of game bags. I really enjoy those. And they pack down really small. And the reason I like them is because they have a loin bag too. So it just makes it so much easier. You have your 4 quarter bags, and then you have one for excess and loin. So it works out really nice. But those are all of my essentials in my pack. They stay in my pack the whole time. And then if I were just going to go for joy, like I was saying on one of the other podcasts, those little mandarin oranges cups. I just love those things. They just hit the spot out hunting. So it doesn't matter archery or late. So as long as you're not frozen. So and then I'm an overpacker on archery, especially. I'll have too much gear. I'll have 5 or 6 calls around my neck and my bugle tube, and it's ridiculous how much crap I have for archery elk. But yeah, those are essentials. They're the weapon, and all that. So,
heck yeah.
My last question is, and I think I know the answer to this one too, but your favorite style of archery hunting. So like spot and stock, calling, sitting water, all that.
A mixture between spot and stock and calling. My absolute favorite part of archery elk hunting is bugling.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many sounds on this earth that soothe my ears like the bugle of a bull. It's my alarm every morning. It's my ringer for when I get phone calls.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I love calling. Being able to hear them respond back is almost as rewarding as getting one. But
you know what? It is as rewarding, except because what happens after you get one is the track job, and then the packing out, and then all that. So, but it is worth it. But I loved. We went to the mountains over there, the Tetons.
Oh yeah.
And even they're still in velvet, but they bugle every once in a while in the morning, and that's just one of those things. They just like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
So even this year during archery, or not archery, during third rifle, my bull was bugling.
Really?
Yeah, he was bugling a little bit. Him or one of the bulls with him. But he was chasing cows. When we first saw him, he was moving around chasing cows.
Holy cow.
No.
No, when I was actually going to college, there's multiple elk farms bordering the town, bordering Rexburg. And in September, I would go park on the side of the road and start bugling, cow calling. And those bulls, you'd have, one of them had, 30, 40, 50 bulls in it. They would go nuts, every one of them. You have all of them just start going crazy. Bugle, 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 bugle. Oh, man. I love it.
That's awesome. Whew. No, I'd have to agree. I was really bummed out. Not last year now, but 2 years ago with my archery bull, because I shot it during muzzleloader with Hunter. We were setting water, and Hunter had a cow tag, and I had a bull tag, an archery bull tag, and he had a muzzleloader cow tag. And he had a bummed up knee, so we weren't chasing out. We just sat water and called my bull in. But he wasn't bugling. He just came in silent. In fact, the only reason we knew he was coming in is because we heard his antlers hit trees. So, yeah, I was really bummed because I didn't get much bugling action that year until after season. Then once after season hit, it's like, because I had bear tags. I got 2 bear tags. I was on the bear mission, which every time I've been on a bear mission, I haven't killed a bear. But that'll change this spring. But so yeah, I was on a bear mission, and we'd see bears, go after them, and every spot I went after a bear, they're just screaming bulls. And those ones that are call responsive, just he screams and you give out a little call, and he just screams again. And he's a little bit closer, and you're like, oh, I wish I had an archery tag, or I wish someone with an archery tag was closer or something. But I think that was the year you had. You killed Windmill, wasn't it? Was it last year?
I think that was the year after.
Was it? I thought you had a rifle tag that year for some reason.
No, that's the same year you came hunting with me here for archery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense because I remember I didn't have much of the season towards the end.
Yeah, because when you came here with me, you didn't even bring your bow because you had tagged out.
You're right. So yeah, no, that fulfilled my bugling needs for that year. So, I wish we would have had one that was a little bit more responsive, but it was a blast.
Oh man, we heard so many bugles that day.
I wish it
was awesome.
Clogged up, but else I'd be there in a heartbeat. But next year.
Yeah.
So.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, those were my questions. That just a little simple archery one. So without getting into too many stories or anything, we knocked it out pretty good. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it.
So I really want to go shoot. I kind of want to figure out going to the TAC this year, the Total Archer Challenge.
Yeah.
So if you and Hunter figure out a way, we got to go do it.
Yeah, let's look into it. Let's do it.
Because I think it's in May or so. We may kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Do the TAC show and the bear hunt all in one go.
That'd be pretty sweet.
So,
that'd give me even more incentive to bring my bow.
Yeah, for sure. I need to get mine set up, but I'm excited. I got some new broadheads I want to try out this year, so we'll see how they work. I'm on a new broadhead trend. I don't know why I just stick with the ones that work.
Yeah,
but I have expandables and I have fixed blades, and the fixed blades I'm stuck with Annihilator. If you ever want to sponsor us, I love you guys. They punch holes. That bull I killed 2 years ago was a liver shot. But that broadhead, and I swear, I'm swearing on the broadhead, it kept the wound open. So it was like you stuck a hole in the top of a water bottle. You just sprayed it all the way down to where you found him, off of one side. It was just, it wasn't a lot of blood, but it was a steady line.
Yeah.
In fact, we crossed it pretty well. It's an old logging road. We crossed an old logging road and ran into somebody, and he killed the bull that same day too. So we both killed bulls in the same area, same spot. But he was like, "Dude, yeah, I saw blood in the middle of the trail. It was pretty obvious." I'm like, yeah, that was us. But no, it was amazing blood trail. So that's my go-to elk broadhead, is that Annihilator.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, that's all I had for today.
Well, perfect.
So.
No. love talking archery.
Yeah.
I love archery hunting, and we're gonna have way more archery stories and conversations coming up in the future.
Yep. Yep. I might commit to an archery only turkey this year.
Yeah.
So
I'm very tempted to.
we'll see. The last time I shot a turkey with a bow was with you, and that didn't turn out too well.
Yeah.
So punched right through the dang thing. I know I should have killed it, but he ran so far we could never find him.
No. Oh, yeah. It's all right. I think this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a fun year. But
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that quite a bit.
alrighty. Well, thank y'all for listening.
Yeah. No, we are very grateful to the people who take time out of their day to listen to us ramble and rant and talk about the things that we enjoy. We're grateful for all the feedback that we've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want any hats or patches or anything, we might be getting more merchandise soon.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll get you guys those things. That way you can rep the HnH brand.
We've already got a couple requests for
help
hats
us.
and stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we've been getting requests for hats already. And
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Whatever you guys
it's
want,
been-
let us know. We're excited to get this started, and we'll treat you right. So
heck yeah.
I'm thinking we probably our next venture should be trying to figure out some shirts.
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
yeah. Then once Skyline Camo comes out, then we can really get going.
Heck yeah.
So
Yep. We'll keep you guys posted, but keep on the lookout for Skyline Camo.
I'm excited.
They'll be repping the HnH brand as well.
Cool.
But yeah, and then for any of the single ladies out there, I know he's not here right now, but he would love to hear from
He
you.
would.
Hunter. Hit up his Instagram, HHughes1113.
Yep, he'll respond. He's he's working good and he's making good money. If that helps anybody.
Yep.
So
And he may not have it right now, but he can grow a pretty sick beard.
he can. He's got the mullet too. I'm jealous of his mullet, dude.
Oh yeah, the hair gene just skipped over me and went right to him
Yeah.
because this is the best beard I've had in a while.
Oh, dude, Tracer's talking about having
And-
stubble and everything all over, and in Brazil, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, this took me a good 4 months to grow.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, that's those kids. I don't know why it skips the first generation, but it does.
Yeah. It's bull crap, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh well.
No, yeah, but we really do appreciate you guys, and we're gonna keep doing this because we love it.
Mm-hmm.
We after we're done with each podcast, Colton and I are always conversing on what we're gonna do on our next one and different ideas for future ones, and this has become just a branch off of our passion for hunting, one that is growing very much right now.
Yeah, it's one of those that we have 4 or 5 podcasts right now that aren't live yet. That's
Yeah.
just because we're so passionate about doing them. We just love doing them, and I'm just behind on posting some. And there's some technical difficulties with one, my favorite one, but we'll figure that all out.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Hopefully, we'll have that to you guys soon. But
yeah, the one we always keep talking about, Deer Hunt 2022, is going to come out sometime. I promise. So,
yeah, bear with us, but yeah. Anyone that has any questions, anything at all. If you want to join us on here, let us know. We would love to have anyone on here who would like to.
Anyone, yeah. I mean, yeah. I've been thinking we should do a collab with some of the other podcasts we listen to.
Yeah.
So, which, I don't know. I think we got in with one of them. I think we do a cool like Alaska mashup with Jason, but yeah. Again, guys, go check out what is it, Dude? We Should Make a Podcast.
Dude, we should make a podcast.
So it's a fun one. We'll give them another shout out. It's very cool. So
yeah, Jason. We don't know his buddy that he does it with, but Jason is probably one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
very down to earth. We love him.
Yep,
But yeah, check him out.
So. All right, guys. Well, we'll talk to you later.
Right on.
Right on.
We'll see you later.